Before 2017, Beatties were almost a product of our family. The eighth generation was our parents' older siblings, and they used Beatties sandals and flip-flops from their childhood to adulthood. At that time, Beatties brand covered the footwear market in Vietnam. But at a stage when the country engaged in economic integration, Gen Z grew up with international trends with foreign cultural waves entering Vietnam. From then, foreign brands were the items that young people wanted to possess. But BT still followed the traditional way of business. They still focused on products, but did not have any elements to catch up with current trends. After a while, the young generation thought that BTS had sunk into the past and foreign brands were their first choice. Being aware of the repercussions of the traditional production and self, BTS no longer makes any imprint in Gen Z who will grow up to become parents, become the generation of leaders, and they know nothing about BTS. Therefore, BTS employers and staff had devised a new strategies to once again put BTS brand in a strong position in the footwear market, not only in awareness, but deep into the minds of customers, especially the young generation. From there, BTS Hunter came back to the race of business.
As a loyal footwear brand to the Gen X generation, with more than 30 years of operation, BTS fully retained the strength in terms of scale and investment when switching to establish BTS Hunter. Besides, Vietnam is the world shoe factory, ranked in the top 3 countries producing the most shoes. Thanks to this factor, BTS team had an advantage in terms of production, with simply a shift in mindset, flexibility. BTS easily catch the trend, develop fashionable and model shoe designs. Along with the strength that BTS Hunter had, the prejudices about the old BTS still affect the current image. The first is the old statement, outdated in design. BTS is loyal to previous model of sandal, slipper, but for the new generation of young people, it is an old-fashioned product. Although BTS Hunter is relevant brand for the BTS, it still cannot avoid the outdated look from the old brand. The second thing is cheap. In the past, taste of customer was that the cheaper the brand, the easier it would be to buy. However, nowadays, cheap means the bad material or bad design. Finally, one thing is unique to the BTS that everyone knows, durable. This is a factor that's very suitable for the old generation, but for today, durability is not enough. For the younger generation, wearing a pair of shorts is not only about the foot protection anymore, but it is also comfortable, smooth, light, with many emotional factors. However, changing orientation to the younger generation is the opportunity to help revive the career BTS brand. Because over time, Gen Z will become the focus of the trend, receiving many value from the national culture as a successive generation in the future. In addition, our country today is rising, continuously growing positive GDP, developing infrastructure, leading to customer beginning to increasing demand from higher quality products. Vietnam also had our own unique cultural feature, cultural heritage, the word national heritage. BTS had looked at those aspects, looking at making Vietnam mark and building the brand as a companion to the younger Vietnamese generation. Nevertheless, choosing the target group of young people and hitting sports shoe segment would mean that having extremely fair competition between big brands such as Nike, Adidas, though brand with luxurious, youthful and dynamic image. Besides, also having other domestic sneaker brands like GA and Ananas that BTS have to be aware of. If current competitors such as Nike and Adidas are seen as bringing emotional benefits such as creating a sense of class and luxury, BTS will need a lot of time to be able to build emotional feature for the brand.
Before the launch of BTS Hunter for many years, although it was still in the top of mind in the footwear industry, BTS was considered outdated or parents' brand and no longer suitable with the young customer. It can be said that the starting chapter of this success story lies in the fact that BTS Hunter has taken a gamble on whole sub-brand with an effort to connect with the young people with the new Hunter product line. Focusing on young people and popular sport-inspired shoe niche account for about 70% of demand, not special sports shoe only about 20%. James is also starting to have the ability to go shopping and is especially fond of the branded fashion product. However, not all young people have enough financial capacity to open their wallet to spend 2 to 3 million Vietnam dong for a pair of Nike or Adidas shoes. Therefore, BT's Hunter has found its own place in a very potential market, a mid-range shoe brand for a normal income group at the price range of 500,000 to 1 million per pair. Hunter represent a young dynamic group of Vietnamese people who are always progressive, love to explore and express themselves. Expectation of young customer in asserting themselves, BT's Hunter constantly launches new unit shoe model when presenting their own image of Vietnamese design. When it comes to the product line of BT's Hunter, the color design is simple, easy to coordinate, fresh and useful, exuding a dynamic image but still imbued with the Vietnamese culture. Among them, it is possible to mention the quality BT's Hunter X shoe, BT's Hunter Street with a simple design, easy to coordinate, or most recently, the collaboration between the BT's Hunter and Vic Max, a shoe model inspired by Hanobi in Make, Storm in Youth. All media campaigns of BT's Hunter are also very product focused, bringing product image to the customer in a creative and impressive way. Another product that shows the unique design of BT's Hunter is the nameless pair, which combined with the famous designer Nguyễn Công Trí. The wide design combined with the chunky design has a contemporary style, confidently expressing the sophisticated ego and maximum respect. Although it cannot be compared in terms of durability or comfort compared to the high-end product like Nike or Adidas, the continued effort in research and development have had the BTs become more and more accepted across the country. Therefore, BTs not only focus on the design but also care about the quality and customer experience. Line-knit technologies is applied to increase the breathability and ensure the comfort during use. The pads are also manufactured with an antibacterial testo fiber, which help prevent the formation of the bacteria that's formed during the exercise. Last but not least, the feel-and cushioning make the shoe soft, giving the wearer the characteristic line-knit of BT's Hunter lines. Those are the current technologies of BT's Hunter used to complete the mission of nurturing the Vietnamese feast. Comprehend the changes of the market, BTS decided to expand the independent store to project a more upmarket image. BTS Hunter creates its own independent store on the Key Street in Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City. It is a useful, vibrant retail place dedicated just to the BTS Hunter enthusiast. BTS do not invest much in offline activity but take advantage of the available virtual world to stimulate young people interaction and attract public opinion, more especially with only about 100,000 to 500,000 USD, including advertising, promotion costs, sponsorship, media, brand events and retail brand presentation. BTS rather make very precise moves in Season 1, from the production placement in Sơn Tùng MV Electroid to the controversy.
With domestic brands, the strength that can be exploited is the initiative, flexibility, and quick decision-making compared to foreign brands or multinational corporations. The same goes for the marketing element. For example, the way BTS marketing team on the night that the whole Vietnam was celebrating and proud of the U-23 match, the Vietnamese team plays on the white snow against the U-23 Uzbekistan team. The marketing team sat down and let immediately throw off the drawing of sneaker, quickly make decisions and communicate, contact the point of sale and organize the pre-order the first time without precedent. For the first time, BTS website crashed due to the overload of show order traffic, initially planning to produce just under 5,000 pairs, but after the while of the ordering, it went up to 20,000 pairs of order shoes. BTS understands target customers about their personalities, national pride, cultural characteristics, behavior, and psychology, thereby easily catching up with the trends and continuously launching products. BTS communication strategies is aimed at promoting and drawing attention to new brands and products with the goal family members know and talk about BTS Hunter. To accomplish this goal, BTS had chosen viral video. This is the MV Lạc Trôi by Sơn Tùng MTV and MV Đi Để Trở Về by Soobin Hoàng Sơn, which are the videos that caused a fever in the online community for the first time 2017. But up to now, when mentioned BTS, people immediately think of these communication activities. Especially the spread of MV Lạc Trôi with more than 17 million views after 4 days of posting can confirm that BTS has succeeded with first strategy. Just sending a few words of the encouragement to Sơn Tùng and the fans. Sơn Tùng wear acrylic clothes but wear sneakers. The battle will explode between fans and anti-fans, and it's not difficult to make everything go viral. People who pay attention to BTS. If in Sơn Tùng Lạc Trôi, there's only a pair of sneakers of unknown brand that pair with the royal rose and a long dress, then Sobin Hoàng Sơn đi để trở về is a step from on the roads. Grey street corners with the commandant who is also unknown brand of sneaker. They are all product of Biti. After successfully attracting attention from target customers, Biti continuously updates trends and launches attractive and meaningful campaigns, focusing on exploring and deepening the core value of business want to be user-oriented. A series of programs with the message "Go to Return." Biti wants to direct young people to immediately remember the brand on each day's holiday and success hits on the specific psychology of the closet inside. Only if you go, you will come back to go far, to discover, to experience, to grow more, and to cherish the return more. Go far away to come back. Biti's long-term goal is to want customers to remember and become on top of my brand every test season and at the same time on the homing platform. Biti is a good example of how a Vietnamese fashion brand can die in today's hot market if it doesn't pay attention to trends and communication methods. The communication effect that Biti received were more than numbers and then became one of the national shoe brands that young Vietnamese people talk about proudly.
From being considered obsolete, Biti, with its clever communication strategy and constant innovation, has risen to become the leading brand in the middle segment of the footwear industry. In particular, the effects of Biti's key opinion leaders' communication campaigns have been more effective than expected. Specifically, within only 7 days since the music video Lạc Trôi of Sơn Tùng MTV was released in the 2017, his sneakers in the video was sold out, contributing to boosting the Biti's Hunter sales increase by 300%. Biti's commercial conditions is constantly improving in the next 3 years, thanks to wise investment in marketing and communications, as well as continuous improvements in design and product qualities. Biti's holding companies' net sales and net profit climbed by 51% and 42% respectively in 2019 compared to 2016 statistics. The brand's total revenue in 2019 has reached nearly 4,000 billion Vietnam dollars. In addition to smart media campaigns, Biti also impresses consumers with its professional working style, daring to admit mistakes to fix with a shrinking responsibility. In the collection of Biti's Hunter Plumbing Central, with the name Central Bright Inspiration, Flowers in the Stone, with the aim of honoring the beauty of Central Vietnam, Biti acknowledged the shortcomings of using brocade fabric of China to honor Vietnamese cultures, and at the same time proposed to fix it by changing the brocade fabric inspired by Huế cultures and art to make the product more perfect, meeting the requirements and expectations of customers. Biti has scored points in the eyes of Vietnamese consumers and is increasingly embraced by domestic and international consumers thanks to its professionalism and constant listening. Besides the success in the domestic market with a growth rate of about 20% per year in the international market, in addition to the official distributor, Cambo Trading Company specialized in distributing Biti's products throughout Cambodia, and Biti also exported to 40 countries such as Italy, France, the United Kingdom, the United States of America, Russia, Japan, and Mexico. Besides, Biti is also recognized by international customers with famous brands such as Decathlon, Clarks, Speedo, Skechers, and Lotto, believe in choosing to become a processing partner with many large value orders.
Muôn nơi xa xôi rộng lớn, nhưng ta vẫn có nơi để trở về sau mỗi chuyến đi. Điều kỳ diệu là con người ta đi xa hơn để trưởng thành hơn, không quên mang theo bên cạnh hành trang nỗi nhớ gia đình.